Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about a very interesting feature within Snowflake which is about explicit and implicit transactions, and also give you a scenario where all my queries can go into a blocked state. Now before that, thanks to the new announcement on Snowflake Summit wherein we can choose the appearance of our Snowside console, right? I mean, this dark mode is something which we can enable, right? So this is how we do that. You just go into your account section, click on appearance, and from light, you just click dark, right? See, the magic happens, right? So this video I'll record using the dark mode only because it was one of the most awaited feature of Snowflake, yeah. All right, now coming back to the topic. So what we will do is, this is session one and this is session two. So in session one, what I will try to do is, basically I will execute some queries and see how explicit and implicit transaction behaves, right? Now, coming back to how Snowflake, have architected their platform is all the transactions are by default auto committed. Example, if you will do any select, insert, update statements performed in this particular session, the same thing you can query and change the context, change the user, change the sessions. You can see the same thing coming up in your incremental sessions, right? But that is how we call it as implicit transaction within Snowflake, right? But how do we manage the explicit transaction? Explicit transactions are especially managed when we write all the blocks within begin, okay, within Snowflake, and obviously I have to terminate that particular block by commit or rollback statement, right? Now example, let's say this is my table. If I query this table, okay, now if you see I have some values, okay, right over here. Now what I will try to do is I will use an explicit way of managing this transaction. See, what I did is I have written begin block and then I will be doing an update without commit, okay, right? So my value is, let's say I'll say something as 999. So two records should get updated, right? So let's see. Okay, I have fired the query. Okay, now two rows got updated. Now what is the value I see over here? Okay, the value should be 999. Okay, now if I go to another session, which is session 2, okay, and then I see or fire this query, will I be able to see the same 99999 value? Answer is no, because my transaction was not auto committed, because I did my transaction, within my begin block, right? So how do I mitigate this particular thing then? I will just have to fire the commit, okay? If I fire the commit and then I execute the same statement, right? What will happen? You see, 999 value will come in, right? Now let me, also walk you through another example. Let's say I have something like 88888 over here, right? And I execute the similar scenario, okay? Now, obviously, when I will do the, select star from this particular table from here, I'll not see those 8888 values, isn't it, right? I will see the earlier existing value, which was 99999, right? Now imagine in the same session, there is another user who is kind of firing some kind of update statement to the same table, right? So let's say he is also trying to update the same table, but in different session, okay? What will happen to this transaction then, right? So if that user executed the query in the different session, see, I am expecting this query to go to success, but will it really go to success? Answer is no. This transaction will be blocked by Snowflake. And why it will be blocked? It will be blocked because in session 1, I have executed my begin and my update statement, but I have not explicitly mentioned whether it will be committed or rolled back. So it will continue to be in blocked state. That means this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not going to be, committed unless we manage the transaction within here. And how do we do that? I will just be firing commit statement in this session. Okay. And when I fire it, you will see this query going to success. See? And then this value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be, shown over here, right? This update statement would go through. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has been shown over here as well. So this is how my explicit and implicit transaction works. Key thing to note over here is whenever we write begin clauses and commit clauses, rollback clauses, those are all methods to manage my explicit transaction. So we'll have to be very careful. Otherwise, what will happen is there will be a high probability of all my queries going into a blocked state. And again, this is a very, very, kind of, I will say that rare scenario, because people often ask me, which are the use cases where we see my queries going into block state, because people are very well familiar about queries going into success, failed, queued, but this is one of the case where the query will go into blocked state. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope it was helpful.